Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Barton in at the 2-guard position. Now here's Leonard. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
That's it.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Leonard. The putback. It's hauled in by Gordon. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And finished off by Porter.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Now here's Murray to the wing right side. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Jackson. Outside for George. A 3 from Leonard. No good on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Barton drives in. Porter passes to Barton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Murray. And he comes up with the deuce. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
For the Nuggets, Millsap comes in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Will Barton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out to Ibaka. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Millsap passes to Gordon. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Millsap.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. 50 seconds left in the first. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Back to Ibaka from 12 feet out. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
Passes to Jokic. Goes up on the wing. They get it back. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
The Nuggets with another miss.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
It's good on the putback. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Green is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Rivers. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside, man, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Beverly, the pass to Mann. Back to Beverly. Nice D from Porter.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. Pass to Cousins. Here's Mann. Millsap covering. Zubac kicks to Cousins. Nice D from Porter.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And now the Clippers on the break. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Porter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Denver in the lead. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. On the left block, he gets that one. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Pass to Kennard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The deep three from George. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 7.
And we talk about George's confidence. When you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
Rivers against Kennard. Here's Millsap. Back to Rivers. Second chance shot. The shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Campazzo. Here's McGee. Rebound by the Clippers. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively. Zubac. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. It's a three-point game. To end the run. Can't hit from in close. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And there's another turnover by the Nuggets.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are the Clippers. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Jackson finds Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Green's checked in. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Out left to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. Leonard the pass to George. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Here's Ibaka, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Jones. Many of the Jets. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the center position. Back to Ibaka. George way outside. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
On the wing, Batum. Barton against George. And he converts the layup. George has got 11.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Jackson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And the shot goes down. And now it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
The 11-footer up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got his second basket.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. For three, Murray. It's hauled in by George.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Jackson finds Morris. That shot, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Outside Gordon. Jokic passes to Murray. Knocks it loose. Paul George with the steal. Morris against Porter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Will Barton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Morris kicks to Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Green against George. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Back to George. Lets the three fly. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
George looking over the floor. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And the pass to Jokic. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. Morris against George. Morris passes to Barton from about 19 feet. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
George with the bucket.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together quite... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Nikola Jokic. Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. On the wing, Green, defended by George. George against Green. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Morris finds Green, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Porter's checked in for Denver. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Passes it to Kennard. Now here's Cousins. Martin defending. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Los Angeles leading by 8. In the corner, Kennard with it. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Beverley up top. He's covered by Murray. Here's Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 10.
As much as today's game is being played on the perimeter, it's good to see Cousins attacking inside.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Denver passing it around. Porter kicks to Barton. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Pass to Kennard for the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Beverley. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I love this about Patrick Beverley. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Now Murray. Floats it up for Jokic.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Now here's Beverley. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
We know Beverley's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. He lobs it up, and Jokic slams it in.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And here's Beverley. Back to Kennard. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
And a wide open look for Porter. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Kennard on the wing. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From downtown, Denver grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Floats it up for Cousins.
Scoring comes so easy for DeMarcus. He can do it facing up, he can post up, and he can do it off the bounce.
For three, Murray. That shot missing.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. And all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The Nuggets, they've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Redick for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
And it's good for 2.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Porzingis. Redick way outside. Can't connect from long distance.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
And Barton throws it down.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Porzingis kicks to Redick. Off target from outside. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Jokic with the steal. Gordon with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Redick with the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Porter, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Porter working very hard to keep the play alive and come up with some point production.
Murray against Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And the three off target. Deflects the pass. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Cleveland, no good. Porter looking it over. Murray against Doncic. The three. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks trail by 8. From deep three-point range, Doncic, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Moving it up. Here's Porter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. The long-distance three is buried. Doncic has got 7.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Fires for 3. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting up. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap. Rivers out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
It's blocked. Cauley Stein dishes to Richardson. They double him with Green. Cauley Stein kicks to Finney-Smith. Tries again. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Cauley Stein.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Powell, to the middle. Millsap with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball.
They got to stay with Paul Millsap in transition. For a bigger guy, he does a good job of getting out wide.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Finney-Smith. Here's Cauley Stein, banked in off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Richardson. The tray. That shot off, and the Nuggets going the other way. And up the floor again for the Nuggets, on the court, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Powell, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
The Nuggets leading by 10. Rivers passes to Millsap. Morris outside. And the rejection deflection by Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And pushing it up. Here's Denver with the putback.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. In the corner, it's Kleba. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's Porter outside. The Mavericks pull it in. 1:05 left now here in the second. Here's Porzingis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Porter kicks to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And that's the explosive speed once again from Barton. Blew past the D on the drive to the rim.
The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Murray against Doncic. Jokic inside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks trail by 8. Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Denver was looking great right away. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway. Marjanovic is out there with Powell. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Porter against Marjanovic. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
That is one athletic young player. Murray making those dunks look easy.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Burke with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low. The putback. Here's Powell. And finally they hit one.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Porter in the corner. Jokic on the follow.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Burke finds Richardson. Hardaway with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Gordon. Finished off the break. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to
Hill.
how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Barton, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
I like to see Josh Richardson showing you he can get up and rattle the rim a little bit.
And here is Morris. Pass to Rivers. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Porzingis can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing him on the interior.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Well, he didn't exactly light it up from the free throw line a season ago. Shot right around 70%.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
And here's Doncic from the arc, from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 17 now.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now here's Rivers. D right on him. Green in the post. Guarded by Doncic.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
A three ball. Doesn't go for him. Now Denver takes it the other way. Picked off in midair. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .26 seconds left in the third. Millsap left side. Redick surveying the D. Pass to Kleber. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Morris kicks to Rivers. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Rivers, Paul Millsap out there with Green, and there's Gordon, and it's Morris in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the wide open shot from Green. Denver with a new 14.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And Doncic throws it down.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Morris outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
To the inside, outside for Redick. Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Outside Gordon. And no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Redick passes to Kleba. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
And Millsap, here we go. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
The 3 for Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Porzingis.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Green. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Barton. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Drills the 3-pointer. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic outside. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barton passes to Jokic. There's Gordon with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. Outside Gordon. On the wing, Porter. Jokic kicks to Gordon. The pass to Porter. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. That one goes. Count it.
Cauley-Stein stepping up, huge.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. We can probably expect to see them slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Porter, bounce pass. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that three.
From deep three-point range, good! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Murray finds Jokic. Got it!
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
From deep. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hello, basketball fans. You've got G.A.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point. And for Denver, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 2-guard. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Here's Giles. No good with the elbow jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. To the paint. Porter kicks the ball. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Porter, no luck.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And another miss by Denver. Here's Giles. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, Denver no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Monte Morris is checked in for Denver. And it's Lillard missing.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Powell with the steal. Right side, Covington. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Mixing in his mid-range jumper from time to time. Covington, he feels so comfortable shooting from this area.
Outside, Gordon. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard, right side, makes good on the step-back jumper.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Morris outside. Nurkic with the block. 3-on-3. Powell finds Lillard. They get it back. Nurkic. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Morris passes to Jokic. And too long on the shot. Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Good.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And Jokic slams it in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard from deep three-point land. Jokic grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Ahead. And Nurkic gets it to go.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Morris passes to Porter. Inside, Bull. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here is Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his...
I know that when the main guy usually...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with McCollum. Then it's Collins. And it's Anthony in at the 3. McCollum passes to Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Kanter's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland. And McCollum on the floor. All business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player. Very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And the basket by McCollum.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Murray surveying the D. He kicks it to McGee. He tries for 3. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 3. And Kanter wide open. He shoots. Millsap grabs the miss. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's Barton with the drive. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Kanter inside. Millsap covering. And he gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
McCollum against Murray. And the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age. Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Murray against McCollum. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Murray.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
McCollum against Murray. Lobs it up for Cantor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for McCollum. Morris outside. Outside Millsap. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Jamal Murray. And he makes that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Floats it up for Jokic, and he lays in the alley-oop.
A focal point of this offense, Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
Lillard outside. Takes it out to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Shoots from the high post, and Bol pulls it down.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Jokic slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now Lillard. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. And that's going to do it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Murray out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Bol. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 4. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And it's Lillard missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
For the tie, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And a deep three from Lillard gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
Murray against Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. On the wing, Green. Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Covington finds Lillard. Puts up a 3. Giles. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 6.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Lillard looking around. Up again. That one doesn't go. And the Nuggets going the other way. Floats it up for Jokic. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lillard with it. Now Green defending. And Lillard gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Murray outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Giles. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 7-point Portland lead.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Murray against Lillard. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, good. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Lillard. 4 on the clock. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Murray the pass to Porter. And stolen by Lillard. Covington kicks to Giles. Passes it to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 9 points. Top of the key. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The putback. It's good on the putback. Giles has got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lillard against Murray. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard outside. 4-3, Covington. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Jones is out there with McCollum. Then it's Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. That one falls. McCollum with the ball. The pass to Cantor. Stolen by McGee. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 9. Jones, that's for 2. Count it. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Millsap finds Morris. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Launches a 3, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Chalk up 2 there. Bulls got it back down to within single digits for the Nuggets.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Just 5 on the clock. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. McCollum against Murray. Pass to Collins. There's 1:47 left in the game. The shot's good from Cantor.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Murray dishes to Gordon. It doesn't go for him. Collins with some nice D. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum outside. From deep three-point range. He can't get that one to fall. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc, they grabbed their own miss.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Jones against Murray. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
A different look now for Portland. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Carmelo Anthony. And here's Portland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. McCollum outside. This one for three. Again, McCollum missing. Pass to Dozier. Fires from deep. The Nuggets with another miss. So the Trailblazers win it. They came in here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. The bronze likeness of Laker. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. You've got Murray. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. Now here's Porter. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Tries from 7. And that's good off the glass that time.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Murray, the pass to Barton. The rebound by Paul George. Here's the Clippers. Oh, Morris in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Gordon inside, covered by Morris. And it's Gordon missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball.
Here's George, following the score by Aaron Gordon. A nice shot by George. George has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Out to the right wing. Ibaka against Jokic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
George looking over the floor. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Rocket 6. Shot on the wing. No good. Shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. Martin with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Passes it to George. Puts it up from 12. He's off on that one. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Barton. Here's Jokic, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
To me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Millsap left side. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Gordon. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. That one drops for him.
Listen, we know Aaron Gordon is a high-activity player, and if you give him daylight, he's ready to shoot it.
Beverly against Morris. Now Zubac. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's hauled in by Gordon.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Now here's Rivers to the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Bowles. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Beverly deciding where to go with it.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts it on the deck, drives to the cup, and will get to the free throw line.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Morris against Beverly. Morris, no good. Clippers leading by 6. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Millsap's running. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Zubac. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top, up by 4. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Luke Kennard out there with Jackson, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Can't cash in from close range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
George, no good. The Nuggets trail by 6. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Porter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Here's the 3. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. To the middle, here's Leonard. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And a wide open look for Porter. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. A wide open look here for Ibaka. And the shot is long.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
For the Nuggets, Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Bol comes in for Green. And Barton subbed in for Austin Rivers. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. And Jokic with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bol kicks to Porter. Barton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And look looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Zubac finds Kennard. Zubac against Jokic. Fades. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Well, just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Jokic against Zubac. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Murray against Kennard. To the paint. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Pass to Batum. Back to Cousins. Kennard for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Murray. And Bull wide open. He shoots. They get the rebound. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
17 seconds left in the first half. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Morris against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically. Just recharge here quickly.
Here's Rivers. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets the... And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Here's George. And he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got the first points of the second half here for Los Angeles. Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Outside, George, and stolen by Barton. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. He feeds it to Gordon. Back to Murray from past the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Paul Millsap's checked in for Nikola Jokic.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. It's George on the wing. Down low. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul George. Outside Rondo. The feed now to Ibaka. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Morris inside, working on Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Denver with a change here, too. Bol, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. 1:58 left to play in the third. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Morris against Beverly. Morris, no good. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Cousins dishes to Batum, makes it off the glass.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Morris looking over the floor to the inside and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Basket counts. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And there it is for him. He's got 9.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennard for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Pass to Bol. And Zubac picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Green, and Porter subbed in for Austin Rivers.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat
to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And Porter drops them both. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Beverly. Fades and shoots. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Marcus Morris. He's out there with Ibaka. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's man in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it's Murray penetrating. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really, Murray is so crafty at getting contact on his drives. Just fearless going to the hole.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
George passes to Ibaka. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. It's a 10-point game.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And it's Beverly missing. The Nuggets trail by 10. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Here's Cousins. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Porter, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Clippers leading by 10. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Second shot opportunity. From deep. The shot, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Barton against Kennard. Puts it up from 12. And the dunk by Zubac. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Murray, here we go. He gets it in there.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Now, here's Kennard. To the paint, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stump. And they go to the intentional foul. So, for the Clippers, here's Murray. Now the pass to Gordon. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. George with the ball. Six to shoot. Pass to Ibaka. And that one is off. Good defense by Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Got a piece of it. And it's Gordon missing. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
Morris, no good. Outside Porter. Floats it up for Jokic. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Murray. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
There is some Blake Griffin, a younger Blake Griffin in Aaron Gordon, right? The explosive, ferocious forward takes pleasure in hammering it down.
Rondo passes to Mann. Here's Rondo. It's off. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good competition. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. We've got Will Barton. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Here's Jokic. Porzingis with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Doncic passes to Porzingis and stolen by Murray. Here's Porter and finished off by Porter.
How about the commitment, guys, from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around and coming up with steals as a result. Active arms and hands, a big part of it. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And it's Gordon missing. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Porter.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Jokic. Second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Doncic outside. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 8. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Murray with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, you can't forget about the jumping ability of Bart now. I mean, this guy is phenomenal at finishing off these alley-oops.
And Doncic, here we go. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. And that one, good.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Ring shot on the way. Gordon inside. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got his second bucket.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
There's the pass to Finney Smith inside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Over in the corner, Green. Yep, it counts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Doncic. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
And how about the use of that final possession? Perfect.
It's real simple. When you get that close, didn't want to risk a bad bounce, just punch it home.
And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Here's Doncic. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Cauley Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaMychal Green. Now Morris. Gordon up on top. The feed to McGee. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Passes it to McGee. In the corner, it's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass. Gordon's got 6 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. Shoots over McGee. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Now here's Powell. Pass to Melly. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Millsap in the corner. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Cauley Stein, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Jalen Brunson. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. Jokic, no good. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Hardaway passes to Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray the pass to Jokic and stolen by Cauley Stein. And it's good, 2 points. And now a 5-point Dallas lead.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Murray. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you... Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 14 points. And that'll do it for...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Porter is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward.
If you give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room, I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
The drive by Doncic. It's good. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Murray finds Barton. Back to Murray. Not going to go that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And here's the break. Hardaway passes to Doncic. For Murray, over to the left wing. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. Outside Gordon. And the pass to Barton. To the middle. Here's Jokic. The offensive rebound. Dallas leading by 5. The drive by Doncic. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Murray up on top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. The 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night, and that one drops for him.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Doncic, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
Up top, Doncic, defended by Gordon. Doncic outside. Richardson left side. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Rivers finds Gordon, hammers the alley-oop through. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Doncic against Gordon, and another basket for Dallas.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Jokic. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Porzingis passes to Brunson. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to Doncic. Pass to Richardson. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Wide open look here for Murray. That will count. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angle.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Leva is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Outside for Millsap. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's McGee. Porter finds Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Morris passes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McGee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 6-point Denver lead.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 24.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Morris against Doncic. It's tipped. Porzingis with the steal. From deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Hardaway with the steal. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. To tie it up. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 3. Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Doncic feeling it out. From deep. Porter with the steal. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. Good work there as it goes. And the Nuggets lead by 5. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's Millsap, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Millsap's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
It's stolen by Morris. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Morris. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Doncic outside. Fires the 3. No good that time. And Denver the other way now. Porter dishes to Millsap. The kick out to Porter. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Barton outside. He feeds it to Millsap, and that's going to be a travel. A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Doncic passes to Hardaway. From deep three-point range. Jokic grabs the miss. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Murray outside. And a wide open look for Porter. A three-pointer, no good. Porzingis finds Doncic. Three-pointer. Tips it. Porzingis on the foul.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll have... The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette. And before...
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Gordon, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point. Now here's Murray. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. The 3 ball. Murray finds Jokic. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Here's Covington. Rebound by the Nuggets. Murray surveying the D. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, you know, so he confiscates his sneakers
came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Murray, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Right side, Gordon, the three. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And that one, good. And that'll tie this game up.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Covington wide open. He fires. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets.
Oh! Yikes! Look out below! About that finish. Oof. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And a deep three from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
And stolen by Lillard. From deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Murray. Lillard the pass to Covington. 1:35 left in the first. Pass to Nurkic. He can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. Barton in the corner. Back to Gordon. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And the turnover again by Denver.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Morris comes in for Murray. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Bob pass to Gordon. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Anthony. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
McCollum with the ball. He dishes it to Jones. Back to McCollum. Offline with his three. A shot off that time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Denver on top, up by 1. And don't go away. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being in a big family.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way
to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Morris is out there with Rivers. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's McGee in at center. Simons. And it's denied. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Millsap's running. 2 points. That one goes.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Simons surveying the D. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gordon kicks to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around from the baseline. That one wide left. Trailblazers trail by 4.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
Here's McCollum. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Gordon against Powell. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Simons. Millsap covering. It's Collins with the drive. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Cole comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. For 3, Murray. Portland grabs the miss.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
The Nuggets leading by 6. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And again, Denver no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anthony, the pass to Giant. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Barton outside. Passes to Jokic. That one, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. But they'll get another chance. Goes up again.
And you watch Ball on the defensive end. Boy, he's got a lot of potential, especially as he adds strength to that frame.
Here's Porter. Murray outside. Shoots from the baseline. Yes, that goes in. Murray's got 6 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Lillard. Here's Cantor. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Now Murray. Here's Jokic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Jokic passes to Porter. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Sinks the triple.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Latrey. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's just all muscles there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Hits it from three-point range. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for...
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Pass to Morris. There's the dish to Millsap. And he banks in the layup. Millsap's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Over to the wing. The 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
They now take the lead. Gordon's got 14 points for the game.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Lillard looking around. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Lillard misses. Rivers bounce pass. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rivers.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Lillard from outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Cantor. Collins comes in for Norman Powell. Jones checked in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
McCollum outside. And there's the pass to Carmelo. Can't nail the jumper. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Denver on top, up by 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Murray out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Bull. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. To the right side. Deep 2 from Murray. No good there. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. 3 on 3. Pass to Giles. Outside Anthony. McCollum outside. Inside, here's Giles, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Passes it to Millsap. Outside Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he makes the first.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Millsap, and Barton subbed in for Morris. And a wide open look for McCollum. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Denver leading by 3. Here's Bull. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Outside Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Shoots the 3. Jones. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Murray outside. The pass to Bull. Barton against McCollum. Barton kicks to Porter. There's the triple. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And that's an intentional foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard outside. They get it again. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Jokic. 1:46 left in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Lillard with it. To tie it up. That one misses. The Nuggets leading by 3. The drive by Gordon. Stolen by Cantor. Covington passes to Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up on it. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard. Cantor trying to free himself up. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
When he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Passes it to Jokic and stolen by Lillard. To tie it up. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic with it. Now Covington defending. And it's Jokic missing. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Pass to Lillard. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And you talk about coming through at the most crucial moment. What a job to tie this thing up.
Denver calls timeout. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Aaron Gordon.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Murray. No good. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. to win the game. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off goes to Denver. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the two-guard spot.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Back to Morris. Now the pass to Jokic. Nurkic with the block. Here's Lillard. Good work defensively by Morris.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. A two-point game.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Morris looking over the floor. Jokic kicks to Barton. Gordon trying to break loose. Barton no luck. Portland leading by 5. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Foul, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Morris against Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Pass to Kanter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And putting the defender in a difficult spot. Kanter with the strong frame. Hard to stop on that.
Murray's checked in for Monte Morris. And he is unable to get the second one. Here's Barton. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Here's Lillard to the inside. Nurkic with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Kanter kicks to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Lillard outside. Doesn't go that time. Now Denver takes it the other way.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
Pass to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Outside Covington. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Now Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They escape with a bit. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.